Alright, we're gonna be watching Wubadubs. Oh yeah, let me actually... I'm gonna pause, find you real quick. There you are. And we're gonna pause the music. Review Warzone Assault games. Stop. Turn on the player outlines. Rush slide to sneaky. Okay. Oh no. That's how we're starting this off, huh? Don't do that. Whatever you did there, don't do that. Step up the awareness. Don't walk off the map, that's all I can really say. Don't walk off the map there. You gotta be a little bit more cognizant of like where you're moving. Your reticle, moving kind of weird. What sense are you playing on, Wubadubs? Yo, what's up, Viscid? Yo, what's up, Samaritan? Let me back up. I mean, most of this looked okay. Zim? Dude, no. No shot, no shot. Okay. This is just me personally. Wait, let me see. I think you back up because of the nade, right? You do. This is hard to really pinpoint. Like, this is just one thing, like, I naturally do, so, like, 2-5, dude. You gotta probably turn your Excel down or something. We'll watch the rest of this, but, just off the bat, your reticle just kind of looks weird. Like, it looks all over the place. Right off the bat, if I know a team is pushing my base, and like I see people in front of me and I haven't really checked behind me, like I just returned the flag, I'm gonna back up and I'm probably gonna play like the table. Like I'm either gonna back up and play the table or I'm gonna push back and push forward and like try to wrap around and like challenge this guy and maybe shoot people in the back. If you happen to like kill this guy, you know. But just walking out and then walking in this direction, general direction when they're pushing from here, like they're literally 3 here and you're completely alone. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Could have used your thrust there at the very end, too, to maybe live window. That's another thing to bring up. You had the thrust, like, at the last second. You didn't use it. Yo, have a good one, awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, spawn up. Push that guy. You should just be pushing him. Yeah, this is really sloppy shots. So right off the bat, okay, you'll get that kill, but let me rewatch this again real quick from like how I perceive how this should have gone. You see this guy right here. As soon as you see him go around the corner, literally like sprint, like thrust, slide out, jump, thrust, whatever you gotta do, and close out this kill. You should not be standing still right now or throwing a nade. Like the guy's one shot and you have your thrust. Very easy to just jump thrust, even back flag so that you're not getting shot from anybody over here by chance, which there is nobody at this point, but just in case, like close out that kill, and then you move through and like start taking over an important side of the map, being sniped. Like, there's no reason to stagnate here and back up. Like you need to move through the map or move through your base and start spreading out. And then I don't know why you walked out. Also looking this way, you should be looking window for this exact thing. Like, you got to remember this guy. You can't be forgetting about him. Even if you assume that he was going to die, like, you need to know that he dies on the kill feed before you even start looking anywhere else just yet. Because this is just really sloppy. Like, all this is just really sloppy shots. This is, like, kind of standard. You're looking down, and then, like, you get a kill. I don't know why that guy did his play, but now we haven't seen what happens after this. So you got back down, you're sitting window. Okay. If you're trading shots like that, typically I would like to see somebody like take the challenge, because it's like equal footing. And then that's a very predictable spot to be in, and for like nades to just even come in. So if I was you, and like I get back down here, this is fine, this is fine, this is okay. Rocket side's open, so I like that you're actually trying to play like rocket side. Your teammates are playing snipe side, so I think this is okay to like kind of just, you don't even have to push out too heavily. But as soon as you get into this gunfight with this guy, like I think you guys are both even right now. You're both half shields. You are. And you got to realize that. Or at least like try to move up. Like maybe this guy shoots you, maybe, but it's like you could easily just get a shot melee. Like, cause you don't want two people on your elbow. You don't want like two people at your cave. So if you can take the fight out of your base to them and like at least get a trade in a flag, like that's pretty good. And that gives your team more room to like move around the map. Cause then like this guy who's top rockets might happen to look at you, and then like those guys over there can actually play snipe side even a little bit more easier. Or even if he happens to not look at you, then you can get like an easy kill on a guy just standing on the open top rockets. It's just very inefficient. Like if you are even in a fight, like there's no reason to really back down. Unless like you know like, okay, I'm about to get double teamed, so I might as well just back down. Or something like that. Or he has some sort of advantage I shouldn't challenge. But then yeah, this is a very predictable spot to be in. That or like even deeper, like sitting in a little pocket. And then you just get stuck. So very predictable. Sometimes taking an off angle, like while we wait for you to come off respawn, taking an off angle is better than being in like the most predictable spot. Like you're still pretty much cutting off the angle, being like further back or like standing out more out in the open. Like this guy, if he was standing right here, still couldn't really see you if you happen to be standing like a little bit further back, or even if you're crouching further back, because you don't want to be like just right here. It's very easy to also just nade right on the corner. That happens a lot, so just something to keep an eye out for. Come off respawn. You just got killed on elbow, so you need to make sure that you're not just leaving it. Like nothing's really changed in the situation all that much, other than your team has moved through snipe more. Your position on elbow is still like kind of needed. So, you got shot in the back, and now a little sluggish to get out of there, but you're back in your base. I don't like this fight. I don't like this fight at all. Cause like, just look at it this way. Like, that guy just runs in and melees you. But, like, this guy should have been able to, like, easily just shoot you in the back of the head right there to clean you up. And, like, you didn't even turn your back to snipe at all. Or, like, know what's going on around the silvers at all. So, like, there's no reason to just jump out and challenge like that. No reason at all. You realistically should have just basically done the same sort of play that you had before. And it should have been even easier because nobody's just right here to contest you right away. You push through the base, you go elbow, and then you can just lay down some shots on the guy top rockets. And then hopefully move through the rest of the map. Win this gunfight maybe, and then be ready on rockets. So, I don't like the challenge outwards whenever it's a 4v4. Pretty certain it's a 4v4. Not even, it's like a 3v2. So you guys are actually in disadvantage, and you're just soaring out in the middle of the map right now. You're going to be cleaned up. Like, that's just pretty much a guarantee. And then, yeah, they just come in and close out the kill real quick. Teammates are dying off respawn. Goes back in the base. Not a bad nade. Okay. You saw the one-shot guy. You didn't force it. And then you got another guy weak. There's a lot of standing around. Oh, you are out of it. You are out of it. You don't know what's going on. So, like, when you see this guy's one-shot here, you also have your thrust, too, mind you. You throw this nade, and it hits that guy, and he's weak. There are two people now close to each other, almost one-shot. You need to move at them. Take the fight to them. At least get to cave so that you can have some cover to work off. You could literally just thrust slide in a cave and, like, try to hit a shot while going in and, like, take the fight to them so that you can actually branch out into the map at least somewhat into your base. So you're not just stuck here. Because, look, you're just sitting still. You only got shot one time. There's no reason to stand still right now. You actually, even though there's two people there, you're in advantage. You are above them, and they're both very, very weak. And you even have a teammate near you, so if you start moving, that teammate might also start moving with you. And then on top of that, like, if you have a plan in mind and started moving forward, then you would have had just much more control of the situation, whereas you're just kind of spinning in circles here. Don't think I realized he was one shot and saw the second guy. Yeah, you gotta You gotta be able to see that. The guy is completely blinking right in front of you and jumped out and thrust it away. But even then, like I said, if you see two people right there and you toss that nade and you get one of them weak, like, you still want to take the fight out. You don't want to die on your flag, because that means, like, if you die right on your flag, it's probably very easy for the other team to then kill you and then pull a flag very quickly. Whereas if you're out here taking a fight, either on, like, the fountain or in your cave, like, they have to come to you first and move through you first to get that kill, rather than already, you know, controlling that, clearing it out, and then killing you on your flag, like I was just describing. Look at this. You're just spinning in circles. Like, you got to commit to something. You're just flip-flopping between everything. I don't know how weak this guy is, but you probably even could have killed one of these guys. Like, sitting window, you could have just sat here and just shot your gun, or like jumped at him and gone for like a melee or something, and like something would have been better than what you just did. That's the only way I can really put it. So now they're still getting like an easier flag run. You were just out of the play. It was like a 3v4. Flag's being ran. See it. Your teammate. Solid kill. Okay, but your base is not clear. You need to make sure you understand that. They just like killed all of you guys, and like you should be able to hear the gunfire and know that they're still here. Now, if you're gonna play for elbow, you gotta push up. So that's the thing, is like, I don't think you realized this was happening, because if you did and you're thinking about pushing, like being more aggressive, you need to be aggressive. You need to get onto their elbow, try to get like their own, like your own flag pool, and like just get information on the map on these guys, like just walking through. You haven't looked back at your flag once at all this entire time. You probably could have killed that flag guy who's running it. Now move. 2 people dead, you need to be moving. You can't just be standing still right now. Those shots don't matter. So, once that guy got killed right there, you could have easily just like jump thrusted and been right under this guy. Because like 2 people just died. 2 dead. Like, it's literally a 4v2 for like a few seconds. You got to take advantage of those numbers. You could have been a lot more aggressive and a lot more just proactive and probably taken out. You could have blocked this spawn, maybe, in time, and then still killed this guy running the flag, and then your teammate would have been pushing an elbow, would have been pushing window. I think this guy should have already been pushing underneath. I don't really like that he went window anyway, but I mean, that's probably my perspective as like a solo queuer, is like I would expect my teammate here. I mean, I should not say that. In a real team play, this scenario should not really be happening. So, I don't know if I should really say, like, that's what you need to be doing. Either way, you need to be more proactive on their side of the map. Realistically, in real team play, these guys should have been taking care of this guy, and you could have been more aggressive into their base to take some fire off of your team at snipe, shoot him in the back, and maybe get your own flagpole. That's, like, the most ideal team situation to actually formulate. I know for me, in matchmaking, I don't expect my teammates to ever really, you know, actually play for OBJ, so I'm probably dying for it sometimes when I shouldn't be. But I would say a lot of times, like, just shit gets done. Like I said, this entire time you could have been looking, like, also at the flag down. You're in prime position. You really don't need to worry about these guys. You need to be worrying about these 2 people. That's one thing I forgot to mention. Also, so this is one thing that I think does apply to the sentiment I was saying earlier, is like, if you kill that guy top cat and a guy just died window, that's 2 dead, and you know the flag guy's probably alone. This is an easy like jump thrust into grass, and like you can be right underneath them, or jump thrust into their silver and just be already here for this guy on their BR. Like, this entire time, you could still be hitting those shots while moving forward, is what I'm trying to get at. Yo, searching. It's gone. Glad to. Yeah, like, now you're on the back foot. Now you're taking initiative way too late, when all this could have been happening a little bit sooner. 2 dead. 3 dead. Oh my god, your teammates just got shit on. So, everyone just messed up a lot there, but you still had the power to take the initiative and probably do a lot more damage and be a lot more of a disruption to that entire flag run. necessary, but get the snipe quick. 3 shots. Definitely want to move through. You definitely want to move through. You're not being active off of the information you're giving yourself. Like, you literally got that guy top cat weak, and I don't think he shot you one time whenever you shot that guy. Maybe he shot you once. He didn't even shoot you. You're full shields right now, and that guy's half shields. Like, if you're really worried about that guy, like, chuck a nade and then, like, move through. Start, like, walking through, see what's going on pyramid, go grass, and just, like, get through, and then, like, try to get back up top. Or, you know, go maze, check for this guy, and then, like, get back up top, and help your teammate here at snipe. God, they're all at snipe here, too. Because, like, you have a window here. Like, look at how open grass is, or even just being top cat. You could have walked through top cat, chucked a nade at snipe ramp, and, like, pushed this guy out. But instead, you're standing still. And even backing up. Teammate, basically just, like, all alone at snipe. Ooh, sloppy shots. Yeah, I definitely think you need to, like, turn down your acceleration or something. You need to help yourself by, like, making it a little bit more stable. I would say play like 3-3 or something like that. You definitely need a little bit faster sense because 2 is already pretty slow. But yeah, your aimer is just all over the place. That's just still my thought process on some of the things that I've been seeing with your reticle. It seems like you don't have it under control. That's the best way to put it. Here you go, snipe. Five that guy in the back. That's okay, you just didn't hit your shot. That's fine, though. Got 1 kill, got the cleanup on the other guy. So good assist. Teammates getting a flag run. Yeah, I just want you to play on something that's, like, just more consistent. It may be almost a little bit slower than what you're used to. Like, you're probably going to feel a little bit sluggish, but, like, you need to be hitting shots. Like, so don't worry about getting ninja'd if you happen to get ninja'd or whatever, but, like, just worry about hitting your shots more consistently on people that are, like, very easy to kill, and you're just missing shots that, like, you just can't miss. Especially if you've been on 2-5 for a while, then it's probably not your sense that you should be playing on. Go back to your snipe, get bodied, get back up. I don't know if you should be walking forward already, but, like, there's nobody here, so that's a little fortunate. Okay, you got some damage, now you're walking up. If there's nobody window, yeah, you just should go and just walk in. Okay. One thing I would say is as soon as you get spotted, drop the flag and pick it back up, like, right away, so that they don't know where you're at. Because they know exactly where you're at this entire time, and it makes it very easy for them. Also, if I am you and I get away with my shields, or, like, I'm able to recharge my shields somewhat, like you did, you probably want to, like, this is what I do in this situation. I probably toss the flag out. Maybe I even toss it out front because, like, this situation just kind of, like, all over the place. Like, your teammate's top cat, there's a teammate elbow. Like, there's still 2 alive, they're gonna spawn cave. Like, you don't really have that much support, and there's a guy even at your base, so what is that guy doing? That guy's doing absolutely nothing over there. You probably want to, like, just toss the flag out and then play for your life. Or take the flag and then just thrust. Like, you could have just jump thrusted into maze here this entire time and saved yourself. Way too late, though. Way too late. Even before you're getting shot, that's what you should be trying to do, is, like, get across and get to a safe position very quickly. It seemed like you were not aware that they were about to start shooting you. Slide back to base. That's not the worst situation. Like, you're just kind of alone in the base and you just get into a 1v2. So that's just unfortunate. That, I would say, is just kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure if you knew that there was going to be people window, but especially since you didn't, that's just kind of hard to nitpick. Not so bad shots. Flag's getting moved. This flag's getting moved way faster than... Okay, teammate did go elbow. That's good. Okay, teammate spawns behind them. Gotta walk in. There you go. Good shot. Drop the flag. This is your time to drop the flag because now there's been a lot of kills being traded. You need to get that outpost position and be the one to initiate. You don't need to be holding flag this entire time. You should have been You should have been the one to drop the flag here. Yeah. You gotta be like, it's not even selfish. This is just the right play. Like, 2 guys were dead and the flag's being moved. You drop the flag, drop it closer to where your spawners are gonna be. That's just one thing that you need to do. They're probably not gonna spawn cave because, you know, people are already cave side, snipe side. So drop the flag over here. Nobody should really be on the return, typically. So then you drop the flag and then push out. And then, like, you can literally be behind this guy running the flag and maybe even get the return. Or enough damage to make him drop it, and then you can just be above top snipe. You gotta be proactive. You gotta realize the situation that you're in and, like, where you stand in that situation. Again, you're spotted, and you have not dropped the flag. At any moment, if you're spotted, get that out of your hands and then pick it right back up. So you opted to still stay near flag. Not the worst shots. Oh, your teammates just all left you. So this is one thing in this situation, like, you needed to be able to recognize what was happening. Preferably, I would want my teammates to come back here. I don't know why they just full sent to just leave you alone, but especially if you know you're alone, like, play closer to elbow where your teammates are going to spawn at. Like, that guy over there might push you either way, but at least somebody might be closer to recognize, like, oh, I should probably help my guy with flag. Because these guys are just bailing on you hard. Which, like I said, I think is just a stupid decision on their part. Because, like, just look at where your team's at and, like, where you're at in the situation you're in. If you happen to go elbow here and, like, you're not really taking the fight, you could probably even drop flag. So this is the thing, too, is, like, you don't really want to be holding flag and just holding it, not letting go of it. Like, you could just toss flag elbow here and then bait it. Just bait the flag, like, let people walk by you, maybe get a back smack, just get some free damage. Like, people are going to want to go for that return, so, you know, being in this situation in like, just hard defense when it's just a 1v3 is just, you're not going to win that. It's just not going to happen. The team nade, holy shit. But, I mean, your team, I think, got the return, or should get the return. They do. Blue team, choking. They're not going for a run, so that's really bad on their part. Could have been bad. They literally could have just capped off them getting the return. Your team getting the return. Push up snipe. Don't try to get fancy with the movement right now. You just need to get into a better habit of just getting to the right positions at the right time. I've seen you do that a few times now. You're just trying to thrust some things and do some, you know, some movement. Don't worry about that. Okay, going up snipe. See that guy there. I'm gonna say that fight should be pretty much a 3-shot melee. Easy peasy. I'm glad you at least hit your shot, but that was like a little bit harder than it needed to be. Push up snipe. Get the reload. How's it going, Geology? Oh, you gotta hit that shot. Gotta get those cleanup kills sooner. Okay, you got sniper. What are you gonna do with it? Oh, yeah. No. You need to get off this sense, like, stat. Reload your gun. Dude. Oh, man. Wubs. What am I watching? Your team not running the flag anymore? What the fuck happened? Dude, you were a mess there. I gotta be real. Like, you toss the flag out here, you don't need to walk window behind this man. You have a sniper. Like, you need to go somewhere. Like, you need to be behind these guys, like, going cave or, like, going elbow. And, like, you need a spot so that you can just see something. Preferably probably play snipe so that your teammates have, you know, more room to work with over here. And then, like, you can just kind of snipe across. Because, like, you standing in the middle with the sniper, it's like you're just leaving yourself out to dry. even if you walk out window here, like you could be standing here like waiting for somebody to just walk through, which that's exactly what this guy does. But you're just slow walking window. You probably also would have blocked the spawn if you just happened to walk cave instead of going back here. Also, like, this entire time, you did not need to be moving. Like, you don't need to be jumping out top cat. Like, you're swapping your weapons constantly. Like, you're chucking a nade. Like, reload your gun, set up, and, like, make sure you hit these shots. Because these are super, super easy shots to hit. With your pistol or with your, like, snipe. This is just very, very sloppy. Like, you needed to reload the sniper. You needed to reload your pistol. And you did none of that. Did you get it like a double reload at least when you thrusted? What happened? You threw a nade before it finished. Didn't let it finish. Like this entire time, like let your pistol just reload, kill this guy, and then like you pull out a sniper and then, you know, easy pickings. Off respawn. Is there a guy below you? Dude, I literally can't get off your camera. What happened to the flag this entire time? The flag? Oh, the flag's back. So, yeah. You just did not have any influence at all throughout everything that was just going on this entire time. Yeah, because if you could have killed that guy and then, like, been here, should have been very, very easy. There's a guy just going from base. Flag's down. Yeah, you're just, like, making it so hard on yourself to just close out these kills. Like, it's just so inefficient. Don't really like this. Good shot, though. I don't know why you're moving. You're one shot. I don't know why you're challenging. You're very one shot. Yeah, I don't know if you're just getting off a high for hitting a shot, but like this entire time, get your shields, like chuck a couple stickies at the at the ground, or like just peek shoot here, and then like maybe move forward at them. There's no reason to thrust out here. There's no real reason to die, realistically. So, that's my kind of take on the situation. No reason to really die there. Now they still just have a lot of pressure on your base. I hope you, I was about to say, you just gotta go elbow. You gotta go elbow. You gotta recognize, like, these guys are still here. Like, just take the quick route, clear out your elbow, and clear out your base. That's definitely an average death. It became, like, kind of an inevitable death with the way you handled coming off your respawn. And in the first place, you didn't have to die there, so maybe you didn't have to, you know, come off respawn. So you spawn elbow here, you know they're elbow. Like, don't start sprinting right away. Like, they're still elbow, I'm gonna walk elbow. This guy would have just poked here, and you could have taken this fight. And then you would have taken that fight and then moved right into your base. Just make sure shit's clear. Just an average death. But your teammates actually kept them back. Flag's away. Surprised you're alive right now. Okay. After you just got like a new lease on life for a second there, I would have probably been heading back to the corner or thrusting, whatever I could do. Just want to rewatch that real quick. The thrust slide out already, I don't really like, just to say, like, approaching like that in an unknown situation is rough. So this entire time, like, once you start walking this way, like you could thrust back. Like now would be the time to thrust back to the right, get to a safe position. You do not use your thrust defensively to stay alive, I've noticed. You just don't. Or if you do it like at the latest possible moment. But you could have thrusted back to the right very earlier on to maybe still play your life there. That's like a little bit more nitpicky. Like your absolute, literally one body shot's gonna kill you, but you'll find yourself living a lot more in these situations if you can actually think about that while you're in them. I would, again, in these situations, you don't want to be taking damage and then backing up into your flag to potentially die. Like, you're not really getting... Like, this guy was shooting you for a second, but I would have probably walked at this one-shot guy and then tried to play my life on the rock or gone in a maze or something. I don't want to walk back in a window and die to a rockets like that. Pretty new to Halo in general. I could see that. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lack of attention to like awareness of spawns and like where to place yourself and like where you are placed and like how you fit into a play. That's just general game sense though already. So you know, something to just keep track of. Yeah. I'd like to see you actually move up maybe on elbow here, just to make sure your team's like getting this flag pull. Like you could still do the same thing, top rockets, from elbow, and then if your teammates needed it, you could pivot into snipe and still shoot like this guy window. You should not be going back like this at all. Did they happen to cap that flag? What happened? Flag's still away. They're probably about to cap it, aren't they? Oh. Okay. It's 2 dead. No, don't do that. Do not toss stickies or like nades onto flags like that unless like it's literally dire. You just got a double and you're backing up and a teammate's near you. Like you can't be tossing nades like that to push your teammate out. That's like if you're about to die on flag and like none of your teammates are around. Like that would be the type of play to make. Also, just unfortunate timing. You probably could have picked up the flag first. Like, you even waited. Like, you just had, like, 2 seconds to wait, and then you chucked a nade. Like, it has to be, like, a desperate nade to chuck one of these stickies on. That's just not what you want to be doing. Oh. Your teammate would have gotten that return if you did not throw the sticky on that flag. I know he would have. So you got to be a lot more aware of that. Flag gets pulled again. Shoot your gun. Yeah, that guy's doing his dumb shit. Damn, if you shot that flag guy sooner, you probably could have just killed him. It would have been a bad spot for him. That's a weird spot for that guy to be in, so I'm not going to really knock you for that. You know there's a guy in your base, though. Oh, but he's moving the flag out. Okay, here's one thing that I want to make note of. Your teammates are already elbow, and you're spawning bottom base. Maybe you don't want to go back to flag, which is, like, okay, because, like, the flag's already out, but you need to spread out. Like, they're most likely going to take it snipe. If they do, this guy's not even running it. He's, like, super baiting it. But he's going to take it to snipe, like so. You literally just spawned below him. Like, look at what the most important thing on the map is, and look at where you're at now. And you just did a whole U-turn. You did a whole ass U-turn. You did a whole ass U-turn from front base to bottom mid back to snipe, and you easily just could have been down here, walk down below, been right here, back smack this guy. But now, he's going to get some support from his teammates spawning there because you're way too late. We'll see how this plays out. Still get the kill, so good on you for that. Wow, those guys just fucked up royally. I mean, I would expect at least one guy to help this guy, but hey, play worked out. Flag's being moved. Oh, again, you're not letting yourself set up with snipe here. You're not giving yourself a chance. Like, your teammate's running past you with flag. If I see my teammate running flag right here, I'm probably gonna like walk down, make sure cave's like good, and just like peek in or like just look anywhere and maybe see this guy, snipe him in the side. Or see these guys spawning here, snipe him in the side. You can always back up, but you don't want to be out in the open like this with sniper. Either you want to be chilling right here, waiting for like an easy like snipe melee, or waiting like right here for another snipe melee. Your teammate's probably gonna cap this, I imagine. Like look at the angle that you got and like where these guys happen to be. Like where are you looking at? What you looking at right here? Nothing. You're looking at the ground. So do not do that. You die here, right? Like you don't need to be jumping out at all. Especially when you see a guy like that. It was just the timing of it, so you zoomed in right away, but he sniped. And I don't like the reach out. Yeah. That was just, again, very sloppy. You're not giving yourself a window. Like, you want to be safe with sniper. Even if you're more aggressive, like, you're in an aggressive spot. Like, your teammate's running flag right past you, so they're probably going to play around you. But, like, if you'd play a lot safer if you're sitting on couch, sitting up here top cat. Like, the only angle you're going to get shot from is DMR, maybe cat or cave, or behind you, like, pyramid. Like, these are pretty much the only spots you're going to get shot from if you're standing right here. If you're a little bit more further out, like you are, they could have spawned elbow and just been walking out and then started shooting you in the side. But even then, you would not have been prepared for it. So these are the things you have to think about when you have a power weapon. And then whenever you're weak like this, let's see what's happening with your team. Okay. You gotta, like, first and foremost, like, flag is being capped. You still need to make sure, like, you're a part of it. Like, you just can't die right now. Ideally, you just need to make sure you're not dying. And, like, you can still be active by, like, just looking at the front of the base. If you just look at the front of the base, make sure everything's clear, alright, then you can, you know, maybe turn in and see what's going on, like, grass. There's a guy just that would have jumped up right up into you, and you could have just, you know, snipe meleeed that guy. Like, you don't really just want to be out in the middle of things when all this is going on. Because, like, you know, maybe something messed up with the flag run, then you just die super averagely in the middle of everybody and hand them a sniper. No, Jam, no. Sorry. And then you just hand them snipe. So, I don't like the challenge. Do not like it. Are the servers down? I am not sure. Grab rockets. Okay, so this is one thing that I like to do with rockets a lot. Especially if you know that these guys are heavy in your base. And they're not out yet at all. If you have this opportunity like you do, like, you can just grab rockets and, like, drop down bottom mid. Like, you can grab them. Even if you see that guy, you could probably even just jump at this guy with rockets and he's gonna freak out. Like, you'd probably be A-okay. You don't need to thrust back here. You don't need to be that passive about grabbing this. Like, the way you just grab rockets would be more so if they were, like, fully set up pyramid, cat, or, like, their window, waiting for you to go for that, and, like, you're able to grab it and get out. But when it's, like, wide open, you have an opportunity to just, like, get into snipe and then just be here. And then you're in prime position to just try to fight this guy running flag, get an easy kill, and then maybe this guy with sniper who, he might know you're there, but who's going to win in close range with a bunch of corners around, a rocket or a sniper? I put my money on the rockets. So then, on top of that, now that you're committing to elbow, like, you need to actually commit to elbow. Like, I understand, like, maybe making sure you're not going to get shot in the back, but it should also be very easy for you to cut off the angle and then just see what's going on inside the flag and then move in. Because I feel like you're about to get sniped. Okay, he didn't take the shot. That was not a good rocket. What happened to your other rocket on top of that? I need to see what happened. Why'd you only have one rocket? When did you shoot that? Grab that. Yeah, that's not a good rocket. You don't want to shoot cross-map rockets. You don't want to shoot cross-map rockets whenever somebody is literally paying all of their attention to you on top of that. So, don't shoot that rocket there. It's okay to shoot some rockets. Like, if you know there's a guy, like, on this corner right here, like, you know that. And they're like, maybe he's about to run a flag. Okay, then maybe, like, you can chuck a rocket at a corner because you think someone's standing still there. But don't typically go for cross-map rockets. They just don't. It's so easy to avoid them. It's easy to avoid them already. And then typically when somebody, you're also full shields here, so the pressure's not really on you. You needed to wait for this guy to thrust, and then even if you take an extra second to adjust to where he goes with his thrust, you probably could have just collected this kill real quick and then been on your way. Instead, also you didn't have your second rocket, and that makes things even harder. So just something to think about with how you're utilizing those rockets. Yeah, you did not need to thrust at all there. All the power was in your hands with that situation, and you lost it. Team's running flag, running to the teammate. I like this at least. No, these are the kills you should live for in Halo, or just any game. When somebody is just literally in your face jumping out, and like you even see him. Like, especially since your teammate is running. Like, you are out here, you're out here. This guy is the easiest kill ever. And he's also, like, one of the more annoying kills because he's shooting your teammate who's running flag. Like, you need to shoot this guy. That guy, not as important. Not as important because he can't really do as much from this position when your teammate's, like, playing his life over here. He's going to still be annoying. But, like, this guy, out in the open, easiest kill ever. And then you can still just start shooting that guy that walked around the corner. Because it's also a harder kill anyway to take care of this guy walking out into window. Yeah, and now this guy's just down low, and he's probably going to kill the flag guy. Go back with your flag guy. Okay, but you do soar at this guy. Sloppy shots. Oh, man. You probably could have touched the flag there on top of that. Getting the flag touch while moving into the base from, like, elbow when their teammates are spawning across is also, like, a big play. Yeah, I would say that, like, kind of costed your team for sure with how you played that situation. That one guy that was, like, in your base really costed it. Hey, you finally got the thrust up, but yeah, just very sloppy shots. I still recommend swapping your sense around a little bit. Probably slower acceleration than just a faster normal sense. Did not need to thrust forward there. In this situation, if I'm you, I'm probably just going to kind of just play the peek game for a second. Especially after living this way, like, you know where two people are at. One just died, you actually just got an assist. You know your teammate just died near you, but right here, like, you don't need to even move forward at this guy. Ideally, you don't want to move forward because it's going to be easy for somebody like this to just show up, or, you know, there could have been a guy behind you or below you ready to just kind of pincer that that fight, make it a 1v2. So, ideally, yeah, use your thrust also way too early in that fight. You just want to, like, get some shots and then, like, get back into snipe and then be up top and just play your life. Like, you need to live in this situation. There's no reason to just hold forward at this guy and die like that. No reason at all. Hey, thanks for hopping in, Deb. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, yep, elbow. Dude, don't throw a nade like that. Yeah. Ideally, if you don't know how to, like, throw a nade, like, there's a particular way to throw nades at the table, the flag table. Just don't even bother throwing them. Especially, like, in this situation, when you both are full shields, there's no reason to try to go for it. No real reason. That nade actually just cost you in that fight. Teammate cleans him up, but you did not need to die there. Not like that. Spawn up. Okay, turn back the flag. That's an okay nade. Go, get your shields. Nade it. Okay, this is good. Late to the draw. late to the draw again. Like, the guy was shooting window that entire time, I think, and you just did not pay any attention. Let me see. Yo, Massive with the 6 months. Welcome back, man. Thank you for the resub. This entire time, like, these guys are shooting right next to you, and you're just way, way too late to react to that. And then you're missing shots on top of that, so it does not help you. Wait, how many much is that? 9? Or no, 6. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm dyslexic, apparently. Yo, Massive. Welcome back, man. And you got yourself a nice little sub badge. New sub badge. Looking good, looking good. But yeah, just a little lazy and late to that reaction to the guy window. And it cost you. You weren't able to close out the kill. Okay, yeah, ideally move through. Okay, but you don't need to fully turn around for this guy. Like, he's shooting you from... where was he? I guess he was down below. Like, it's okay to maybe check right away what's going on behind you. Like, you're pretty safe. But, like, there's a guy that's just one shot right there. But now you're too focused on what's behind you. Like, if that guy jumps up, like, you'll be able to hear some clambers. Like, you can just easily chuck a nade, like, right at the edge here. If this person happened to, you know, make the jump up to actually get up to you. Because you're just in a prime position right now to get cleanups here. It's just very, very lazy. And then you throw a sticky instead of shooting. Now you're getting shot in the back. Yeah, that was just not good. That was not good engagement. Like a way to engage that situation. Flag still away. If you see your teammates like this, you need to automatically just start like pushing out and getting some complementary angles for your team over here. You could be shooting these people in the back. This guy in the back front blue. You have an angle on their flag. Like, you're not really doing much. You're cutting yourself off from these angles being right here. You can't shoot any of these people. So, still got the kill. It's just about efficiency. You could have gotten that kill a lot sooner. So, being down bottom mid, you don't want to be down here. I don't like that you're sprinting now. You could have been walking up, and you could have been also proactive. So, this entire time, after you got that kill on this guy Grass, like, you backed that guy down. And, you know, this is one of those periods where, you know, you're weak and you don't really know what's going on, but you have a couple choices of, like, you could be more aggressive here. Like, maybe that guy doubles back, but he happens to not double back. But you could easily just get behind this guy with flag right now. You would have maybe have walked into a 1v2, but it's just something to think about. You have plenty of options. Or, could have backed up, played elbow. But, you know, you don't know really what's going on with Rockets, so it's kind of a toss-up in the air. Or you get up to, like, top silver, move through. I just don't like that you back up so far and that you're not letting yourself, like, your shields recharge. Especially after that guy just got killed, you easily could just be staying alive at snipe, and, like, that's just a good play in itself. Let's see what you do. So you're still staying alive. That's just good, at least. It's just more so about where you're at. I'm always just trying to think about how far ahead I can be in the map as soon as I can be. And all of this time, to me, just feels just kind of wasted. Like, you still could have did the exact same thing, but over here, you know? Could have been over here. And there's so much cover in this situation that, like, if you happen to run into this 1v2, this guy's running flag, so he's probably just going to be nervous already about, like, you being around. You probably could have gotten maybe a clean up kill right there pretty quick, back smack or something, but you just have a lot of room to just be alive over here. This guy's one shot, clean him up, just stay alive, and be further into snipe. That is just what I want to say out of that situation. Otherwise, it is still okay that you're just still alive this entire time. Being alive and getting these kills is still just a good thing. So, but I don't like this jump thrust in a window. You have no thrust, and now you're about to just get double teamed. And you're chucking nades. Look at where your team's at. Look at where you're at. These guys are not going to be helping you. They're really not. They're really not gonna be helping you. Not at all. Especially when you just wasted your thrust right in the beginning of that engagement. So do not do that play. Do not jump in a window like that. Back to flag. If I'm you and I'm spawning elbow, I'm probably just gonna push out elbow. Especially in a flag standoff situation. Your teammates should be spawning up after you, and they can, they can work the positions that are gonna take longer to get to. If you spawn up elbow and you're like one of the first spawners, you might as well just push out like Rocket Street. One thing to think about anyway is that like if you can burn enough time or like wait for the perfect moment, you could probably get the return, a sneaky return, being, playing elbow and just taking your time and getting behind these guys. Just something to think about, because like you don't need to be standing on the flag table shooting across the map. You're not doing anything right now. You're not doing anything. You do more for your teammate. Like if you're afraid, like, oh, I don't want to leave my teammate's side. That's, justified sometimes. But on a map like this, there's so much open area, so many open areas that you can see somebody coming your way. Like if you walk through, you'll see top rockets. You already would have looked like, your front base. You could always check down low. And it's like, okay, there's nobody on my side. I'm clear. I'm going to start moving up. And you can be more aggressive and be the one to put pressure on the blue team instead of you guys getting, backed up so much. So right now, you're just running into their fire and not really doing much. And now they are the ones moving up sooner than you guys are. You were the first spawner up. And, because like, think about it this way. If you kill that flag guy, realistically, what are you going to do? Are you about to just, like, thrust slide window to window, which you're not normally going to be, you can't do that anyway. You don't have enough time or enough, capabilities to really keep yourself going across the entire way and then still not die from it. There's going to be guys coming off respawn to come pick up that flag and then take his place. So, this fight does not matter at all. Now, if you happen to be walking out towards snipe and happen to kill the guy, that's great, but then you're actually doing something by moving somewhere. That death is what it is. But the entire time, more so the critique is that, like, there's just nothing being done. There's nothing being done on the map this entire time. This fight doesn't even really matter. Like, you can still take this fight, but realistically, like, you should clear out what's close and then, like, try to move forward while taking that fight and back that guy down. And then now you're on blue BR, or blue DMR instead, Also, you're not hitting your shots, so it doesn't make any of the difference already. Making things just not easier. And you haven't reloaded. Still get the kill, though, so that's good. 2 dead, though. 2 dead. You guys have numbers right now. One of your teammates is dead, so it's about an even fight. Your teammate has flag, he's just kind of holding it. If you see your teammate on elbow, though, yeah, it's a little late. Your teammate was just kind of too far out there already, but you don't need to be aggressive now. Maybe you feel kind of bad, like, oh, maybe I could have helped him, but your teammate just died elbow like that. You should just be staying, like, snipe or trying to move into cave, perhaps, and then just apply the pressure to these guys. Let somebody else fill that spot. You don't need to cross the way and then be hyper-aggressive, because then that's just what's going to happen. You're showing yourself to everybody on blue team, and now you just get picked super, super easily. So, that was not a good death. Especially with a minute left. Like, if you have like 20 or 30 seconds left in the flag standoff game, you can still easily make a well thought out play with all that amount of time and make a lot happen. Like, you can be, if there's 20 seconds left in the game, when you start moving into like blue base, you could easily get that kill and even probably run a flag from blue to red in like with like 20 or 25 seconds left in the game. Just think about it that way. So when your teammate's already there and you're super far out, you don't need to be making some kind of like crazy hero plays or anything. Yeah, super just standoffish and not much is really getting done. So just kind of sitting window. Now is the time, like there's 20 seconds left, you gotta just thrust slide. just go. Just go, and like whatever happens, happens. That's like all you really can do. Just take the most direct route. This entire time you gotta be moving forward. You should be moving forward. Stop worrying about this guy. Like, it's good that that guy got back down. He's one shot. You could easily just be moving in and trying to shoot these people window. There's still 10 seconds left in the game, and it takes like, I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds, depending on how many people are standing on the flag to get it returned. That guy, elbow, does not matter. Still 5 seconds. Dude, if you were window this entire time, you probably would have won the game. Just off of this last play. If instead of looking at this guy elbow, you just reload your gun, move in, probably would have gotten these cleanup kills very easily, and then just hop return with your friend here. GG. But, yeah, tie game. Tie game after that. So, a lot of complacency, a lot of tunneling on, you know, not the most important things on the map. You didn't really know your place in some of these plays at all. You just didn't really recognize that you had a role, or even that your role is to like not do too much.